All right, here we go. Part 4 of Midnight's 3 a.m. edition. Now, this particular song, Glitch, I know nothing about it, although I just caught parts of the chat that says that a lot of people don't like this song.
Oh, such as like a divisive song, especially on an album that we've enjoyed so much. It's kind of nice to guess why that might be, maybe, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this album, in some ways, people have said it's divisive. Have they not?
There's the kind of like, they love the old style of Taylor Swift that kind of think this is a little too... Okay, let me give an example of how this is divisive. Only because it actually, in one way, actually affected our own channel. There's people on our channel who kind of expect us to do only a certain kind of song. I just want you to do obscure artists that nobody knows. And so when they saw we're doing things like One Direction, Taylor Swift, they're like, that's it, I'm out of here. In that way, it can be divisive even in and of itself, where people see that we're,
We've divided our own channel, fan base of our channel. People got mad at us for doing artists that are, when I say popular artists that are adored by many people, I don't know, what's weird, people are very odd about that, where because an artist is popular, somehow diminishes their talent. I don't understand that connection.
Yeah.
Anyways, Yoko Ono isn't selling out any stadiums. There's a reason. Talent. It has to mean something.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's see if this divides us.
So what's going on? Here we go. This is called what again? Glitch?
We were supposed to be just friends. You don't live in my part of town, but maybe I'll see you out some weekend. Depending on what kind of mood and situationship I'm in, and what's in my system. I think there's been a glitch. 5 seconds later, I'm fastening myself to you with a stitch. And I'm not even sorry. Nights are so starry, blood moonlit. It must be counterfeit. I think there's been a glitch. I was supposed to sweat you out in search of glorious happenings of happenstance on someone else's playground. But it's been 2,190 days of our love blackout. The system's breaking down. I think there's been a glitch. 5 seconds later, I'm fastening myself to you with a stitch. And I'm not even sorry. That's just so starry, blood moonlit. It must be counterfeit. I think there's been a glitch. A brief interruption, a slight malfunction. I'd go back to wanting to give nothing. I thought we had no chance, and that's romance. Let's dance. Glitch. 5 seconds later, I'm fastening myself to you with a stitch. And I'm not even sorry. That's just so starry, blood moonlit. It must be counterfeit. I think there's been a glitch.
Interesting. If there's anything that I would say right off the bat, it would be this sounds like the original Midnight album more. Ones that we listened to, part 3, if you've watched part 3 of this, that's a little more pop sounding, and this actually, to me, connects to the first half of Midnight a little more.
Yeah. That's what I meant, like part 1.
Oh, yeah.
Part 1 of our 4-part journey of this album. I agree. I get it. I guess maybe Taylor Swift is maybe because she's so talented, I guess. We're just investigating her for the first time. Mm-hmm. I'm used to all my favorite artists throughout the years, decades of listening to music, where every band has a... I guess I'm used to the idea of an artist having a snoozer. Mm-hmm. It's irrelevant. So this is a song where it's like, I get it. Now that I've heard it, I see why people are like indifferent to it. Mm-hmm. And maybe an indifferent Taylor song is very offensive to Taylor fans. Like, she produced something that wasn't the most amazing piece of artwork I've ever. Yeah. So I'm kind of like, guys, it's weird because it's not quite danceable, but it's not slow. You're not blaring this in your car. The lyrics seem kind of, I don't know. I get why people aren't.
It's got a glitch.
Excited by this. It might be a Taylor glitch. Maybe her programming was off that day.
I actually don't mind it. It showcases all
harmless.
the things. Yeah, it feels very much like a Taylor Swift song. At least what I know of Taylor Swift. You know, the clever lyrics, the like intricate little rhythms and changing time, and I think it checks all the boxes of a Taylor Swift song. So I'm just curious as to why so many people might be like,
maybe it's just not a lot of people. Maybe the majority of the people that like the album, this might be near the bottom of their list. I get it. It's an irrelevant song in some ways. I don't think I'd ever be excited to ever hear it again. I probably will when I put this album on repeat in my car when it gets added to my phone. But I could see myself skipping this after a few listens. I'm like, okay, I get it. Fair enough. That's fine. Maybe it's a 3:30 song.
Next is what if, could have, should have.
No, that's just my whole life. What it could have, should have, and my whole life's just one big disappointment. All right.
Yeah.
There, you happy?
Yeah. Big disappointment.
Yeah. Here I am on YouTube. Like my life ended up here. That's fantastic.
If you would have blinked, then I would have looked away at the first glance. If you tasted poison, you could have spit me out at the first chance. If I was some paint, did it splatter on a promising grown man? And if I was a child, did it matter if you got to wash your hands? All I used to do was pray. Would've, could've, should've. If you'd never looked my way, I would've stayed on my knees. And I damn sure never would've danced with the devil. At 19, and the God's honest truth is that the pain was heaven. Now that I'm grown, I'm scared of ghosts. Memories feel like weapons. And now that I know, I wish you'd left me wondering. If you never touched me, I would've gone along with the righteous. If I never blushed, then they could've never whispered about this. And if you never saved me from boredom, I could've gone on as I was. But Lord, you made me feel important, and then you tried to erase us. You're a crisis of my faith. Would've, could've, should've. If I'd only played it safe, I would've stayed on my knees. And I damn sure never would've danced with the devil. At 19, and the God's honest truth is that the pain was heaven. Now that I'm grown, I'm scared of ghosts. Memories feel like weapons. Now that I know, I wish you left me wondering. God rest my soul, I miss who I used to be. The tomb won't close, stained glass windows
It's about Taylor reflecting on her relationship with John Mayer. They were together when Taylor was 19 and John was 32.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't realize he was so. That was
Wow.
13 years ago, so he's now 45. So well, whatever. It's legal. It's just
No, I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
illegal.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just, it's a big spread.
it is big. It's a big spread, all right. Nate, I'm just talking about the age gap. Is
Just
why
keep
you're
talking. Just
no. I
Move on.
I am. So back to the song. So Glitch, we just finished listening to Glitch, and we had her, like, it's not the song that people might gravitate towards or whatever it is. I knew this next song, whatever it was going to be. Taylor must know this because she purposely placed Glitch where it was, kind of in the middle part of the 3 a.m. sessions, like a mini side B of part 4 of this double. Anyways. And then she releases this very emotional, upbeat. It's just the chorus is strong, the music is strong. There's a reason. So I think even Taylor knows that she presented a challenging song, and then she gives us this. It just sounded like a breath of fresh air. I loved it. It's a very strong song. It's probably in the top 3 for me of song from the album.
Yeah, I agree too. The chorus was very, very catchy, very easy to listen to. As I'm listening to it, I just was like, okay, what's the story behind this? This is about their relationship. In these lyrics, they're between her feeling sad that she lost her girlhood so early with this guy, but also where's the line? It said something from, you made me feel important, then you tried to erase us. Where she says something about liking the pain, like she wanted the pain. It's a bit of a bittersweet, she both wanted it, oh, there it is. 19, the God's honest truth is that the pain was heaven. And now that I'm grown, I'm scared of ghosts. Memories feel like weapons. And now that I know, I wish you'd left me wondering. There's a lot of doublespeak going on there, but it's good writing. If you can write something that connects to a large audience and you don't necessarily give them exactly what you're saying, then sometimes that's actually more powerful than being extremely specific to something.
That's why our channel's so good, because we're very rarely specific about anything. We talk out of our butt and people love us. The last one on this album before the bonus track is called Dear Reader. So this is the last song on 3 a.m., but then we're going to do the bonus track as well, which is a deluxe version of this. At some point, this album will end. I think. So here we go. Dear Reader.
Dear reader, if it feels like a trap, you're already in one. Dear reader, get out your map, pick somewhere and just run. Dear reader, burn all the files, desert all your past lives. And if you don't recognize yourself, that means you did it right. Never take advice from someone who's falling apart. Never take advice from someone who's falling apart. Dear reader, bend when you can, snap when you have to. Dear reader, you don't have to answer just 'cause they asked you. Dear reader, the greatest of luxuries is your secrets. Dear reader, when you aim at the devil, make sure you don't miss. Never take advice from someone who's falling apart. Never take advice from someone who's falling apart. So I wander through these nights, I prefer hiding in plain sight. My fourth drink in my hand, these desperate prayers of a cursed man spilling out to you for free. But darling, darling, please, you wouldn't take my word for it if you knew who was talking. If you knew where I was walking.
I wish I could give this song to, I can't be specific about who, but because like this line here, never take advice from someone who's falling apart.
Taylor didn't come up with that idea, but yes,
No.
that's very wise advice. That we see that. I know you have. I've seen it in my life a lot. People at work too. I've had like people say things to me, and I'm like, yeah, coming from somebody who can't brush and floss their teeth, sure, I'll take advice from you. Like it just.
It's an interesting concept here. Dear reader, kind of telling others to learn from her mistakes. The first lines were the best ones in my opinion. If it feels like a trap, you're already in one. Get out your Mac, pick somewhere and just run, burn everything. And if you don't recognize after you did it right, if someone's taking advice from Taylor Swift and then going like, yeah, I do have this sense, and I can imagine unfortunately, a lot of women who get caught into a trap where they've believed a lie or something that it's kind of gone along with, and then at some point they just have to realize that they need to like completely start over. And I mean men too, but I think that women unfortunately end up in those situations more often.
Yeah, men never make mistakes.
Yeah, right.
We just create them. At the end of the day, do the best you can. See how other people are succeeding. See why they're succeeding. Why are they happy? Why are they healthy? Yeah, they might have some answers. That was a great outro of a song. I wanted to say that I kind of envisioned this album ending that way, on a not a somber note, but a quiet note, a ballady type outro. So that kind of makes sense. It's a nice way to end the album in that sense.
Yeah. I like it. This is a good album ender here. I'm just going to say this now. I think it would be best for us to end this video here with the way that the album ends on iTunes, and we'll do that other song separately. It feels good to end here as an album closer. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. What'd you think?
So what'd you say?
Yeah, I just went blah 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 blah.
That's what I thought you said. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, we're going to end it here. We're going to do the hits different on a different video. It's going to be a standalone video, standalone song video, just in case it gets blocked on YouTube. It will be available on our Patreon. Yeah. That's the end of the day. Yeah, we just want to let people know that because we don't want this experience of this album to be blocked in conjunction with that song, because we're having a hard time finding on YouTube, which tells us, awesome album, loved it. Truly, what a great introduction to Taylor Swift. It's kind of cool that we started with her latest album. We're getting requests already, so if you want us to do certain live performances, certain songs, or albums in general, join our Patreon. We're going to say it very clearly here, telling us in the comments what we need to listen to. That's great, but we're not doing it that way. It's via Patreon, via PayPal, and that's how we will do the requests you asked for. Okay, thank you so much.
See you in the next one.